ever been in an interview where they answered all of the questions that you had prepared? Hmm? Well, keep watching and listening to TalentSmiths Lunch and Learn Live as I share with you 5 smart questions to ask in your interview. Mhm. These are good questions. They're smart questions, and they're not on your list because you need to ask questions during your interview, right? You want to ask these questions. Hello, everyone. Janet Smith here of TalentSmiths, and this is Lunch and Learn Live. Welcome. TalentSmiths is looking to partner with new organizations in the new year. Mhm. If you are in HR and your organization is looking to grow your team, then we'd love to partner with you. Comment below and let us know so that we can chat with you to see if a partnership makes sense. And if you are a professional in the field of human resources, we'd love to chat with you as well. If you are an HR manager, an HR generalist, or a director of talent acquisition, we could have a position for you. TalentSmiths is working with organizations to fill these positions and more. Comment below if you have this skill set so we can chat with you. You can tune into TalentSmith's Lunch and Learn live stream every Thursday at 1:30 p.m. Central on LinkedIn, Facebook, on YouTube, live in all of those areas. We'd love to chat with you to see if we can make a match for you. In the month of February, we're focusing on interviewing because interviewing is not the same in 2021. And this is Black History Month. We're celebrating Black History Month in February. We're celebrating history and we're celebrating her story. Mhm. Let's check out the lineup of events if you've missed any of the previous weeks so that you can see what you may have missed. In week one, we talked about recalling your story, 21 answers to top interview questions. In week two, we talked about embracing your story, 7 tricky Zoom interview questions. And in week three, we talked about telling your story, 5 ways to stand out in a Spark Hire virtual one-way interview. And in week four, we're talking about making her story, 5 smart questions to ask in your phone interview. We are all about embracing history. You are making history. When you share the narrative of your story, you are making history or making her story, which is why we're focusing on interviews in 2021, focusing on you sharing her story, sharing the narrative of your very own story. Talent Smiths has new merch. You can get your sharing the narrative of your very own story makes her story t-shirt, face mask, or other merch. Follow the link in our description so that you can get the details to purchasing your merch. Share history or support her who's also sharing her story. This week, we're talking about 5 smart questions to ask during your interview, during your phone interview, specifically any interview. But first, I want to ask you, have you ever left an interview and not asked questions? Hmm? Have you ever left your interview and not asked any questions? Do you always ask questions when you in your interview? Comment below and let me know. I'm curious to know. I'm curious to know who asks questions in their interview. Well, everyone should ask questions, and everyone should ask these questions in the interview. Let me know what questions you are asking. 5 smart questions to ask in your interview. And I want to share with you a little bit closer why you should ask these questions. These questions are specific, and these questions they show a lot of things, but they show that you genuinely care about the company's success, you care about the company's culture, you care about your involvement with the company, your contribution to the company, and you want to help them succeed in what they are doing and what they do. You are concerned about their future. Those smart questions will take you a long way in your interview, maybe to a follow up interview. Mhm. So let's talk about them. Let's talk about those five questions. So, number one, you can ask the interviewer, what are the plans for the company over the next 5 to 10 years? And how can I help you achieve those plans? That is what you want to focus on. Not only asking what are they planning, but asking how they see you fitting into that plan. You want to make them paint you into the picture of the future of the company. This will encourage them to paint you into the future of the company, to visualize you at the company. So, question number two, you can ask this smart question: who is your biggest competitor and how can I help you beat them? So not only you're asking about strategic aspects of the company and strategic positioning for the company in the future, but you also want to know how you can help the company succeed, how you can help the company be a differentiator in their industry. The company wants to know that you're looking out for them. This will help you to achieve that. Question number three, you can ask, what was your biggest frustration from previous employees in this role? This question lets the employer know that you want to know what people did that was not favorable so that you don't do that. This also gives them an indicator that you want to remain in this role, that you want to stay in the company, that you see yourself having a future with the company. That's a smart question. That's a smart question. Question four, what is your corporate culture like within the organization? This is not something that you can research ahead of time before you interview with a company. You maybe can. They may have information on their website, but you want to hear it from the interviewer. What is their experience with the company's culture? This lets them know that you are interested in fitting in with the organization to making the organization succeed or making the organization better. So before we go into question number five, I want to encourage you to subscribe to TalentSmith's YouTube channel so that you can catch the previous weeks for our interview series if you have missed them, or if you need to rewatch them to learn something additional so that you can level up your interview skills in 2021 because interviewing in 2021 looks different. But before you go into that interview, you want to make sure that you have three tools in place. You want to quantify the experience on your resume. You want to write a disruptive cover letter. You want to have an optimized LinkedIn profile. When you purchase Talent Smith's Level Up Career Planner, we walk you through step by step how to quantify your resume. You can work through the worksheets that are in this digital planner to update your resume, write your disruptive cover letter, and will guide you through optimizing your LinkedIn profile and through growing your network. So let's get to that fifth question. The fifth question, what would you need me to concentrate on in the first 30 days of employment? This is a smart question. This shows the employer that you want to hit the ground running. You want to come in and you want to contribute immediately. You want to be a strategic player in the company. You want to hone your own skills so that you can be a mentor for someone else in the company. I encourage you to watch my 30, 60, 90-day plan video on our YouTube channel to learn how to write a 30, 60, 90-day plan for a potential employer so that they know what you plan to do in your first 30 days, your first 60 days, and your first 90 days. This will put you ahead of the competition. And I also encourage you to follow the link in the description to get your free download, your digital download of the top interview questions and answers to those interview questions. You can prepare intentionally so that you can be ready for interviewing in 2021. Interviewing looks different. You can have a virtual interview via Zoom, via Spark Hire. You can have a phone interview, and there's several other ways that you can interview as well. Prepare your story, prepare the narrative of your story in advance so that you already know exactly what details you want your potential employer to have about your story. Mhm. If you have any questions for me, comment below and let me know. I'm answering questions in the comments. Let me know what questions you have. Because Talent Smiths is meeting you where you are. We are meeting you in your social media platform of choice, whether that's Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, or YouTube. You can meet us on your social media platform of choice.